It's come to that point. Stephanie White could give us $100 and we'd be like, damn, this is all you're gonna give me? Like, she can't do anything right. So it's very weird how the Indiana Fever are continuing to try to make this something that it's never going to become.
Something appeared to shift inside the Indiana Fever after another frustrating loss, as fans online began speculating that Caitlin Clark had finally reached an emotional breaking point. With pressure already mounting over rotations, offensive struggles, and criticism directed at coach Stephanie White, tensions seemed to rise throughout the game as Indiana looked disconnected offensively and frustration spread across both the arena and social media. The situation intensified when cameras caught Clark visibly upset following a broken offensive possession late in the third quarter, leading fans to believe she was no longer hiding her frustration with the team system. Viral clips of Lexie Hull reacting emotionally near the bench and appearing to argue passionately during timeouts only fueled speculation about deeper locker room tension. Soon after, Sophie Cunningham became another major focus online, with many supporters claiming she was emotionally defending Clark during heated sideline moments. As theories about chemistry issues, coaching frustration, and internal conflict spread rapidly across social media, the Fever once again became the center of intense WNBA discussion, with fans questioning whether the growing pressure surrounding Clark and the organization was beginning to boil.
She deserves support once we see the offense and how CC is being used, not parked in a corner getting iced out again. Stop trying to manufacture approval through non-stop propaganda videos and put that energy into the product on the court instead. Damn! Stephanie White, you're in for a long season, sweetheart. If this team doesn't come out the gates like a freight train, it's gonna be a dark couple weeks. Shout out to John. I gotta be honest. It's gonna be a rough couple of weeks if this team stumbles out the gates. If you guys lose this home opener on Saturday, oh Lord. Scott Agnes, you want to talk about dark side? You want to talk about the dark side? You still don't get why your ticket prices dropped. Please make it stop. That's how I feel listening to Stephanie White. When Stephanie White gives her press conferences and her interviews in between practice, that's how I feel. Like, make it stop, please. Make her just stop. Stop.
Meanwhile, Lexie Hull became one of the biggest discussion points among Indiana Fever fans, with many supporters praising her passion, emotional intensity, and visible support for teammates, especially Caitlin Clark. Rumors soon spread online claiming that several Fever players had privately grown frustrated with the team system, and although nothing was officially confirmed, the speculation intensified after multiple viral timeout clips circulated across social media. Debate shows and basketball analysts quickly joined the conversation, with some defending coach Stephanie White while others admitted the team appeared emotionally disconnected under growing pressure. Many fans argued that Clark was being forced to carry enormous expectations while dealing with constant controversy surrounding the organization, leading supporters to believe the emotional strain around the team had reached another level. The tension peaked after cameras caught Clark shaking her head while walking toward the locker room following the loss as boos echoed through the arena, a moment many fans viewed as symbolic of the Fever's difficult season filled with frustration, pressure, and uncertainty about whether the organization can stabilize the situation before it spirals.
An estimated $119,000 last season in on-court earnings, Clark ranked 6th in Sportico's 15 highest-paid female athletes of 2025 by pulling in nearly $16 million in endorsements from companies like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm. Okay, here it says, as Clark begins her third pro season against Paige Beckers, AZ Fudd and the Dallas Wings on Saturday, she inked a multi-year extension with Xfinity as a brand ambassador that further establishes her status as a cornerstone in the company's basketball strategy, which includes its designation as the WNBA and NBA's official TV service provider. As Clark grows as an endorsement sensation and business mogul, she's well aware that the on-court achievement will unlock so much more, okay? And the only way she's gonna get the on-court achievement is if her fans see her doing what brought them in, the logo threes, the exciting passes, the exciting jaw-dropping style of play. Okay, here it says, one of the most important things somebody has ever said to me is you've reached this point. But as you continue to grow, the thing you have to be able to do is win, Clark told Yahoo Sports. I feel like that's the point I'm kind of at now. You have to be able to win. That's my main focus, winning and winning a championship. Everything else will come along with that. Indiana did a fine job of winning last season without Clark, who was limited to just 13 games due to a groin and ankle injuries that included missing July's All-Star weekend in Indianapolis. That was supposed to be a showcase of how she helped elevate the game to new heights. The 6-seeded Fever upset the Atlanta Dream in the first round of the playoffs and took the eventual champion Las Vegas Aces to overtime in the deciding Game 5 of the semifinals, okay? Here it says that was all without the 6-foot point guard whose long distance threes and dazzling skill set has put eyeballs on games and butts in seats that saw her finish fourth in MVP voting as a rookie. Okay, so while Sophie Cunningham and all them are talking about Kelsey Mitchell might win, Caitlin Clark might win MVP. Caitlin Clark was the odds-on favorite, tied with Asia Wilson to win MVP this season. The girl was fourth in MVP as a rookie. Y'all better get some act right and act like y'all know what the hell is going on around here and understand that this is the Clark Show, baby. This is the Clark Show. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. Okay, we root for all of y'all, due in part because we are rooting for Caitlin.
Something appeared to shift inside the Indiana Fever after another frustrating loss, as fans online began speculating that Caitlin Clark had finally reached an emotional breaking point. With pressure already mounting over rotations, offensive struggles, and criticism directed at coach Stephanie White, tensions seemed to rise throughout the game as Indiana looked disconnected offensively and frustration spread across both the arena and social media. The situation intensified when cameras caught Clark visibly upset following a broken offensive possession late in the third quarter, leading fans to believe she was no longer hiding her frustration with the team system. Viral clips of Lexie Hull reacting emotionally near the bench and appearing to argue passionately during timeouts only fueled speculation about deeper locker room tension. Soon after, Sophie Cunningham became another major focus online, with many supporters claiming she was emotionally defending Clark during heated sideline moments. As theories about chemistry issues, coaching frustration, and internal conflict spread rapidly across social media, the Fever once again became the center of intense WNBA discussion, with fans questioning whether the growing pressure surrounding Clark and the organization was beginning to boil over publicly.